members of parliament, distinguished delegates. Globalization has intensified a level of interaction and connection among states. To a certain degree, withering of geographical border among nations was investment in transportation system, lessening of trade barriers, and coordinated visa system has posed the transnational and public security challenges in Asia Pacific. The crystal clear negative excesses of globalization are namely illicit drug trafficking, people smuggling, undocumented immigration, and environmental crimes such as illegal logging and protected wildlife trading are the few manifestations of transnational challenges of our time. Moreover, the United Nations Convention of Transnational Organization Crimes in 2010 has identified a number of new cross-border crimes, inter alia, cybercrime, identity-related crimes, environmental crimes, sea piracy, human organ illegal trade, and counterfeit medicine. These challenges have not only threatened all aspects of our life, but also bleak the future of our future generation. Pursuant to the above, I urge APPF member countries to undermine transnational organization crime to regional cooperation. We should also address these issues as priority action plan in our national agenda. Honorable fellow parliamentarians, one horrific issue in humanity that I would raise is about the unlawful brutality and insanity perpetrated by Islamic State of Iraq and the Syria, or ISIS militancy. Their audacious act of terrorism in all its form and manifestation constitute one of the most imminent threat to international peace and security, and bring about adverse access to social and economic development of international community. I have to emphasize that terrorism cannot and should not be interpreted and associated to any beliefs, religions, nationality, civilization, or ethnic group. As we may aware, terrorism hampers economic growth and development, undermines the fulfillment of human rights, create fear and threaten peace and security both nationally and regionally. Therefore, we should continue the global fight against terrorism and implement strategic measures aimed at eradicating acts of terrorism. We must stand united, for the fight against terrorism cannot be done by a single state only. I would also like to emphasize the new emerging form of transnational organized crimes. Those crimes have been detrimental to many countries as it hampers to development and social economic well-being. Billions of dollars have been stolen from our countries, not to mention the detrimental effects that they left behind for our environment, for our people. One thing that we must be aware of is growth of terrorism groups of cells through recruitment of new members. We should consider a coordinated regional and global action plan to counterbalance the spread of the terrorist cells. Cooperation is the key to make an end terrorism activities. Cooperation among APPF member states as well as between APPF member states and relevant international and regional organizations. Delegates, in our perspective, the comprehensive approaches and measures should be started by ratifying the International Convention for suppression of the financing of terrorism, adopting national legislation for implementation of the Convention criminalization of the financing of terrorism, increase effort to investigate and prosecute money launderers and terrorist financiers, and preventive steps to protect the integrity of the financial system by regulating and supervising the financial sector consistent with the international standards. Indonesia has its fair share of experiences in dealing with terrorist activities. In terms of national effort to combat terrorism, the government of Indonesia, the government of Indonesia continue to strengthen and build in capacity to counter terrorism. A counter-terrorism squad under the authority of Indonesian National Police has been established. In addition, Indonesia also implement the de-radicalization strategy as an instrument of counter-terrorism. De-radicalization program in Indonesia are not only intended for the police to uncover terrorist network, it is also expected to prevent radicalization, provocation, spread of hatred, enmity between religion, prevent the community from radical indoctrination, and enrich the society understanding on refusing the ideology of terrorism. Furthermore, based on the assessment of the dynamic of terrorism, Indonesia has also established the National Counter-Terrorism Agency in 2010. And finally, I have to highlight the dynamic of development with regard to the experience of Indonesia in counter-terrorism. We learned that cooperation with other countries, especially from the same region, is crucial. Therefore, allow me to conclude by inviting further support and cooperation from the countries in Asia and Pacific to address this issue in our common concern. Aside from the aforementioned issues, we have submitted 3 draft resolutions in human trafficking, on cyber crimes, and on anti-corruption effort. All of these concerns also need our immediate action. I truly hope that our proposed draft resolution will contribute to discussion on the region's peace and security. Thank you.